Understanding God requires following the narrative of Scripture from beginning to end. And that story begins with one of the most profound statements ever written. The opening verse of the Bible. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Notice something important about this verse. The Bible does not begin by trying to prove God's existence. It simply declares it. The biblical authors assumed that the reality of God was the foundation of everything else. Before there was time, there was God. Before there was space, there was God. Before there was matter, there was God. This opening statement immediately tells us something essential about God's nature. God is eternal. He is not part of creation. He exists beyond it. Everything in our universe has a beginning. Stars are born and eventually die. Civilizations rise and fall. Human life begins and ends. But God stands outside this cycle. He is the uncreated source of all that exists. This truth also tells us that God is independent. Creation depends on Him, but He does not depend on creation. God does not need the universe in order to exist. He does not need humanity in order to be complete. He is fully sufficient in Himself. And yet, despite this independence, the Bible shows that God chose to create. Not out of necessity, but out of purpose. This brings us to another key aspect of God's character. God is intentional. The universe is not an accident. It is not the result of blind chaos or random forces. According to Scripture, creation exists because God willed it into existence. And when we read the creation narrative carefully, we notice something else about God. God speaks. Over and over in the first chapter of Genesis, we read the phrase, "Then God said," and creation responds, "Light appears." Waters separate, land emerges, life begins. This reveals something remarkable about God's nature. God is not silent. He communicates. He reveals Himself through words. This becomes a pattern throughout the entire Bible. God speaks to prophets. God speaks through Scripture. God speaks through His actions in history. The God of the Bible is not an impersonal force. He is a personal being who communicates and relates to His creation. This truth challenges many modern ideas about God. Some people imagine God as a distant cosmic power that does not interact with the world. Join us in the next episode to learn more about the nature and character of God.